22nd, 2013, I hit and killed Vincent Canzani. This video will act as my confession. When I get charged, I will plead guilty and take full responsibility for everything I've done to Vincent and his family. If I took a different route, maybe I would get a reduced sentence and maybe I would get off. But I won't dishonor Vincent's memory by lying about what happened. By releasing this video, I know exactly what it means. I'm handing the prosecution everything they need to put me away for a very long time. But I'm willing to take that sentence for just one reason, and that reason is so I can pass this message on to you. I beg you, and I say the word beg specifically. I'm begging you, please don't drink and drive. Don't make the same excuses that I did. Don't say it's only a few miles, or you've only had a few beers, or you do it all the time, it'll never happen to you, because it happened to me. And all of those are just excuses to make yourself feel better about a decision that you know is wrong and could cost lives. I can't bring Mr. Canzani back, and I can't erase what I've done. But you can still be saved. You're a big...
A young woman accused of killing her 3 friends while driving drunk learned the consequences of her action today. Bill O'Neill was in the court when Amanda Sperduti learned her fate, and here's his report.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry.
Amanda Sperduti apologizes to the family and friends of the 3 people she killed in a drunken driving accident. The 21-year-old from Winston-Salem, a graduate of Mount Tabor High School, had a blood alcohol level more than twice the legal limit. Lab results also found marijuana in her system the night of the crash.
I suffer from it every day of my life. I'm so messed up. I suffer from this every single day of my life. I will for the rest of my life.
The victim's family told the court they'll never forget what happened either. Walter Bedwell lost his 23-year-old son, Scott, in the crash. During his emotional testimony, he never took his eyes off the defendant, Amanda Sperduti.
You can still talk to your mother. You can cry with your mother. Eventually, you'll laugh with your mother. I cannot. I want to hug my boy.
Sandra Rumley lost her 18-year-old granddaughter, Taylor McCaskill, in the crash.
My life has been changed forever.
The grieving grandmother told the court she'll never have grandchildren because of that accident.
And Lord, I know you can't possibly need Taylor as much as her mother and I did.
Sonia Hardy lost her 18-year-old daughter, Sasha Hoffman, in the wreck.
We had the typical mother and daughter issues, and like all teenagers and their parents, we would quarrel over simple things. And I would give anything to argue with her again.
Sperduti, who cried during all of the testimony, broke down and sobbed after hearing Hardy.
The evidence you shall give to the court, and the truth shall be heard, shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so be God.
Amanda Sperduti will spend the next 7 to 12 years in state prison. And I got to tell you, Wanda, the folks in the courtroom, both the victims' families as well as the Sperduti family and their family and friends, were all shocked by the sentence here. Many of them believe that it would be much shorter in its length, not the 7 to 12 years that the Wilkes County judge, Edgar Winters, had given out here today. Very surprising verdict. And the folks for the families' victims say they're very happy with that verdict or that sentence.
We're here with Master Chief Ricky Brown. Good afternoon, Master Chief.
Good afternoon, HM2.
We're going to do an interview about drinking and consuming alcohol in the Navy. So without further ado, I just want to ask you a few questions. Is that okay?
That's perfectly fine.
Master Chief, how long have you been in the Navy?
26 years, 4 months, 2 weeks, and 3 days.
Very specific. I like it. Have you consumed alcohol during your Navy career?
Yes, I have.
Okay. What is the #1 way you've managed to maintain a successful career and responsibly consume alcohol?
Historically, sailors and drunken sailors have been a part of our naval history. I think that the Navy has come a long way in deglamorizing alcohol. We've had several campaigns. In the 5th Fleet, it's ZZ-13. We've had Keep What You Earn, Keep What You Earned, and Being Responsible. The deglamorization of alcohol started with the Right Spirit campaign. So I think the balance of being a good sailor versus being a drunken sailor is what the Navy is going toward.
Is the Navy saying that sailors shouldn't drink?
Not at all. What the Navy's saying is that sailors should drink responsibly for those that are old enough to drink.
What does it mean to drink responsibly?
You need to know your limits. Alcohol is different in every person, but you know the limits. It's important that once you take that first drink that you definitely have a plan and that you're definitely responsible.
Okay, hypothetically speaking, say a sailor went out without a plan and no way of reaching his or her chain of command or shipmates, what should be his or her plan of action?
Before that first drop of alcohol passes your lips, you need to formulate a plan. Call the quarterdeck. The quarterdeck will always be able to get in touch with one of us. We will always come and pick you up with no fear of reprisal. Now that you have that on video, people can use that against you.
Yeah, it kind of has to happen.
No
That's
reprisal,
right.
Promise.
What if a sailor drives to a bar, they didn't have a plan, and they don't particularly want to leave their car there?
I think they need to weigh the options of what it would cost to maybe have your car vandalized versus the cost of a DWI.
So the risk of driving home, even if you think you're okay or it's only a few miles, is not worth the consequences that follow?
Absolutely not. If you are convicted of driving while intoxicated, not only do you have the civilian sector to deal with, but you also have the military sector to deal with. It is not duplicious, meaning the civilian population can fine you and the military can also take you to non-judicial punishment. Both are going to be detrimental to your career.
Okay, what is the number one most important thing when drinking, and do you have any final thoughts?
Always have a plan. You have to have a plan. And remember to drink responsibly. We're always going to take care of our sailors. That's what we do. It's Ohana. Have their phone numbers of your chain of command, and I'm sure they'll take care of you.
Thank you, Master Chief. I appreciate it.
No problem.